Well, boys, um, what are you guys watching these days?
None of your business.
And thank you for joining us at
Wow.
the Sixth Link podcast.
Hey everyone, let's do a podcast on what we're watching. Let's give our ideas to what people should watch, talk about new shows, or unearth old gems. But I guess we'll just stick with none of your business.
Hmm. So,
How
Omar,
exciting!
do you wanna start with what you're watching?
Sure. I will start with what I just binged the whole day.
Yeah,
The
Mhm.
whole day.
which
You
was.
see this? You see this meme, Omar? Because you don't know this.
Oh yeah.
I have not seen
You have
Invincible,
not seen the meme?
but I have heard. I actually haven't. No.
Really? Like it keeps popping up on my feed all the time.
Yeah.
Think, Mark. Think. I love this show, man. Like this
uh
show. It's if you have seen The Boys, I guess I could compare to it, like
for
about the
sure.
superheroes being villains, not actual superheroes and stuff.
Not necessarily villains, but like having their own agenda
Dark,
and
yeah,
mindset,
yeah, yeah.
not being those clean freaks and whatnot. Like,
That Disney wants you to believe that
yeah.
superhero. This is, and it's very, very, very gory. So much blood, so many bones.
Okay, but it's
It's just
animated, so it doesn't really count.
no, it's called an adult animation.
Yeah, I thought it would be that for like some other reasons in the beginning, but then when I read the description of the guidelines, it was just because of blood and gore.
Yeah, and they don't show like anything.
Yeah,
Like I remember that scene when I don't want to spoil anything for anybody, but like you would expect to see like a boy and a girl doing something, but they just
they
didn't
just
show
skipped
it at
over
all.
it. Yeah.
Yeah,
I love the normalcy in the what's it called show. Um, the I got the reason why I started watching Invincible was because I saw a meme on it. Believe it or
this
not.
one
No, not this one.
or the other one, the one that says one sec.
No, no, no. It was a meme comparing Invincible to Spider Man. So like someone was like, "Oh, season one, like episode one." So it's just like Spider Man, and then oh no, it's not. What's it called? The empty face guy. I don't know what that meme is called.
I have no idea what you're talking about.
Okay,
But anyway, like
now I feel like now I feel like I'm you know uh
Obliged to show that meme.
obliged to find that meme whilst we keep talking about it.
okay, so the show I liked about the show that like season one was just building up for so many different storylines that they're gonna take in season two. You saw like
Yeah,
at the ending of season one, they showed like um the aliens that were overrun on Mars. The I don't know, like his
yeah,
father
yeah.
escaping, and like so many
It's
different
not even
things
on
they're
Mars,
planning
right?
for.
It's like on a different because Mars had its with what's it called with the kid itself, but his dad went and just well, annihilated a whole planet, which may
I
be a
think that
spoiler,
was
but
yeah.
it's fine.
That's also one of the other things they're like making us anticipate for next season. Man, it's honestly they did it beautifully. It was just perfect in every way. I think um, building
I
up
would say yeah, I would say like just in this post era of Marvel Cinematic Universe after Avengers Endgame and whatnot, and all that hip hip hooray kind of stuff that we had for like the last 12 years or so. I think it's very refreshing to see something different. To see the shows like The Boys, like Invincible, giving a complete different outlook and
on the superhero
way more
stuff.
entertaining. Because like the whole goody two shoes kind of act has just been filled in for so long. It's so
Yeah,
saturated and like it's just like same thing, different superpower. You got one guy who's flying, one guy who can like who's just become invisible or whatnot. There's
yeah.
nothing
I remember.
extra to it.
I remember one of the act. I think it was Robert Downey Jr. He said there are too many superhero movies like coming out right now, way too many, and this is just so different.
Well, wasn't he a part of that?
Yeah,
Wasn't he
but
part
like
of the
when
problem?
he joined, right? It was like very different.
Yeah, back then it was only Iron Man and only Hulk before it.
Yeah, but even
Maybe Thor.
Yeah, but
Hulk
even
was
if
a
you
very
think about it
different.
now, with all these shows, this Loki show, and then there's the WandaVision. I mean, the Marvel universe has just gone on. They just killed off his character. So how is he just saying,
Yeah,
"Oh, there's too much going on," when they just really basically
you
kicked him
reckon
out?
he's just saying that because he's like, hey, bring me back.
Bring me back. And you know what? I can bet you they at some point they probably will bring him back, or
Flashback,
even if
time
or even
travel.
if not like a as an actual resurrection or whatever, just like as a cameo, a small cameo, which will probably get millions and millions for them. But here we are. Um,
Yeah.
Okay, so that's one show. I also saw Fate Winx Saga, if you guys know it. It might seem like a girly show at first,
Oh, it
but
sounds like a girly show. Fate
it,
Winx
it,
Saga. Where's my
it
Little
is.
Pony?
So the thing is, I am into fantasy shows. I guess you guys
Okay.
already know that. Like The Witcher, Shadow and Bone. I just love that stuff. And this,
Okay.
it was recommended by the app I use, TV Time, and by Netflix that I
Not
should like
sponsored.
this. Not sponsored, but like, yeah, it was telling me that I should like this. I saw the first 20 minutes of the first episode and I got bored, so bored. That was I think a month ago, and I stopped. I just left it. I was like, I cannot watch this teenage drama, girly stuff. It's not my thing. And then I think 2 weeks ago, or like a week and a half ago, I was just sitting bored. And I decided to finish the episode, because on Netflix, when you are halfway through an episode, it's just that line appearing in front of you. It's just
Also,
annoying.
it's just appearing on your Netflix homepage, even though, like, okay, so sometimes I just open Netflix and I just see something unwatched or like not watched completely, and it just annoys me.
Yeah, I got that feeling. So I decided to finish the episode, and it was surprisingly, it ended well. It made me interested to see the next episode, and then the fantasy stuff started like showing up with the mysteries and the fantasy elements that fantasy fans like to see. So like, if anybody likes fantasy, this is definitely just get through the first episode. After that, it just gets past the girly drama stuff and it
Yeah, so
becomes
like, what's
really
going
really
on?
good.
Like Fate the Winx Saga. Like, what's
Okay,
actually going on in the show?
do you know the fairies, the Winx themselves, the cartoon?
Um,
it's based on a cartoon.
Yeah, these, these, right?
no, no, not at all.
Yeah.
You don't know these? I mean, is it is it weird that you know these?
Well, listen,
Guys, it's a Nickelodeon
I'm
show. Don't laugh.
I don't have three younger
I'm
sisters,
just
so
gonna
I
I'm
can't.
just gonna I'm just gonna
Oh, beautiful.
You guys at least know my ponytail, right? My little
I
ponytail
actually
or
don't
something.
even I actually don't even know entirely. It's just been used as a meme. That's why I know it.
I do not
This
know
too.
what this is.
I know that I don't know, but I know this and this since I was a kid. I even had like
Since I
a
was a
Wii,
kid.
a game on Wii. I think it was, yeah, for My Little Pony. You would collect these ponies and like just play with them.
Okay.
It's
Well,
good
that
memories. Anyway,
as exciting as it sounds, let's go back to the Fate the Wing saga, and
yeah,
well, clearly now
it's
you know
based on this.
our answer. We don't know, we don't know the cartoon. So like, explain it to us in English for our viewers who's probably
Oh,
like not watched
don't
the
get me
cartoon
wrong.
either.
I didn't watch the cartoon. Maybe I seen some episodes, but I remember nothing from it.
That is,
I
if you
just
understood what was happening, I felt like that was sufficient information.
I just know that they are fairies
It was
and
on Nickelodeon. I don't remember it. Why do I not remember it? I mean, SpongeBob used to be on Nickelodeon, so that was playing all the time. So I can't remember this.
Probably because of
I
like
don't know.
Nickelodeon Arabia.
I just remember the like I see them. I know I've seen them before.
Omar,
Anyways,
did you watch Phineas and Ferb, or did you watch Faris Wafadi?
yeah, yeah, I know them. I know them. Yeah, I know them. Faris Wafadi, definitely Faris Wafadi. So these are fairies. There are fire fairies, like light fairies and that stuff.
Yeah.
Water fairies,
So it's like
uh,
Avatar, but with fairies.
with fairies, yeah. And these fairies are in a school to learn to use their magic because, as you can see, they're all young.
They went
Outside the
to fairy
school,
school.
The second one from the left does not look very young.
I mean,
come
all
on,
of them
dude.
look like they should probably have like a job or two.
Yeah, that's the thing about these shows, like they cast a 30-year-old to play like a 16-year-old teenager. You've noticed that, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Especially in Riverdale. In
Wait,
Riverdale, it's so obvious.
so even that woman, the second one from the left, she's also playing a teenager?
Yeah.
They're all
Oh,
teenagers, Omar. They're like in the
You know,
same class. I'm
in
assuming
the
they're
show,
classmates,
in the
right?
show, the oldest one is the one on like the most left, the blonde. She's the
mm,
oldest one
Okay.
in the show. So okay, the danger is outside. There are some monsters they call the burned ones. They're basically literally just burnt monsters, and with one scratch, they infect you, and the infection just spreads through on your whole body,
Okay.
and it doesn't stop until you kill the burned one that infected you. And killing
Okay.
them is very, very, like, basically it's very difficult, and how do you say this? Like, they have been gone for many years, so the fairies in the school don't know how to deal with them. It's new to them, but the old fairies know them. They have faced them before. Aside from the fairies, there are also the protectors. I forgot what they called. Specialists. The specialists are not fairies, but they are like bodyguards for the fairies. They
Yeah.
help the fairies. Uh, the show, basically, Bloom is like the girl in the middle is the main character. She is special. She is supposed to be the most powerful fairy there ever was,
Is she the
and the
water fairy by
story,
any chance?
she's the fire fairy.
Why is she wearing blue?
Uh, Fashion.
I just felt like that would be the obvious thing,
No,
right? Like,
the water fairy is the black one. She swims every morning.
does she
okay.
have to swim every morning, or
It's just
Yeah.
her
Yeah, I mean,
exercise. She doesn't have to, but she does.
she has to be in her
Uh,
natural environment. All right, that's
mm,
fun. This trope of like being infected and whatnot. It's reminding me of something. I just don't remember what exactly.
Zombies.
every zombie movie ever?
Yeah, yeah, but something else like no with the animals and whatnot. It's reminding me of something more, like a specific show that I've watched, but I just can't pin it right now.
Sweet Tooth.
No, no, it was like a whole TV show.
Cutest thing
The
I've
Walking
ever
Dead?
seen in my life. Do you
No,
guys see
no, Walking
this?
Dead.
Do you guys
I
see?
guess you'll find out on the next episode of the show. I'll have to go think
Mm.
about it and bring it back to you.
Yes,
No,
come on, seriously.
I've not seen Sweet Tooth.
You
Um,
cannot ignore how cute this thing is. I mean, this
well,
boy
I'm
is.
It's a
being a
boy.
boy.
It's a boy.
He's such a beautiful, cute boy. Cute.
Uh,
Um, what was his name? Okay, Sweet Tooth.
Sweet
Just
No,
Tooth.
as a-
guys.
Okay. Well, Omar, I think you've had enough of your time on
I
his
did.
what are
his
we
name is
watching?
Gus. I see it on one of the images.
Yeah,
Gus.
yeah, it's Gus. Man,
Mm.
you guys need to see this as well. Very cute show. Very
So
good.
okay, since we're
Perfect.
like
Is it
we've
also
already
one of those
broken it.
fantasy shows? Is it
Since we've
like
already
also another
broken
one?
into it, yeah, can you like go
Mm.
on and explain like what Sweet Tooth actually about? Because clearly we have no idea.
Really? You guys? Okay. No, I'm
Yeah,
not gonna
like
ask
I
you
mean
every
that's the
time.
whole point
I'm
of the
sorry.
show,
I'm
Omar.
sorry. I'm getting used to the show. Okay. So, Sweet Tooth, there was a virus that broke out. People started like the symptom was their pinky finger just vibrating, like the shaking. That's a
Okay.
symptom.
That's very weird.
What once it started shaking, that means they are about to die. I don't know how long it takes. I
Oh,
forgot.
about to die.
But like it's a terminal
Not so
virus.
funny now, Abdul Rehman, is it?
No, okay, okay, okay. So I'll tell you what I got from that poster. I thought it's a symptom.
To turn
So
into like that unicorn
yeah,
thing,
like you
whatever
get
that guy
horns or
was.
something. That's what I thought.
I was about to get into that. So yeah, uh, that it was basically just a pandemic like Corona. At the same exact time, hybrids were born. Like
Okay.
newborn babies are like they have horns, they have weird cat ears, they have tails and whatnot. And like the premise of the show, the beginning of the show, there is a narrator, by the way. He like keeps narrating the story. He's
Yeah.
very good. He said nobody knows what came first, the virus or the hybrids.
Or the Harvard. Yeah.
Yeah. And yeah, throughout the show, like the season, they like you will find out what came first. And Gus is a special boy. His father took him into the woods away from the people because like skeptical people, they started believing that the hybrids are what caused the virus, so they
Yeah.
started killing babies.
Oh wow.
Yeah, they hunt, like the military just goes and hunts babies, man. Like it's so messed up. And yeah, it's not a children's show. Like I've seen some people saying, would you
Well,
recommend this to?
yeah, I mean, given how you were going on about the cuteness and everything, I thought it was gonna be another one of your pixie dust stories,
Yeah.
but you know, the only funny thing about it was the wagging of the pinky finger. It just went downhill from there.
Yeah,
Got
it's
a
a
little bit too dark.
very adult show. I definitely recommend it to anyone. It's serious. It's not a children's show
Okay.
at all.
I feel
And
I feel like I'd watch it. It sounds more interesting than Avatar ripoff.
Mm.
I mean, man,
No
elements
offense
are in
to
every Shadow Unborn as well. There's like the
yeah,
Darkling,
for
the
sure.
Whiteling, the I don't know, man.
Yeah.
But
Well,
like, yeah, Sweet
okay.
Tooth definitely very recommended show from me.
So Omar, what have you been watching?
I have been watching this TV show. You remember like a few weeks back, maybe like a few months actually now, when cryptocurrency was like very talked about everywhere.
Yeah.
And on the timeline, I kept seeing this show. It was called Startup, and it was about that. And I kept seeing it, so I was like, okay, you know what? Let's give it a watch. Let's see what it's about. It is technically about. Let me just quickly find it. It is technically about cryptocurrency, but not what I initially thought. But it's not bad. I continued watching it. It's about this girl who's like a very good coder, but she's broke and she has no money, and she basically wants to, start her own cryptocurrency. So she joins forces with these two people by accident. So you see these you see these three people there, these four people. They're like the main
Yeah.
characters of the show.
Oh,
Um,
it's a Hobbit. What's his name again?
he's the guy who plays in Sherlock.
Mr. Bean?
Yeah, he's what's it called?
Watson,
Doctor Watson.
No, he's
Dr.
not
Watson.
Mr.
Yeah.
Bean.
It's
I'm
Hobbit.
sorry.
The Hobbit.
It's The Hobbit. Yeah, I just finished the Lord of the Rings trilogy, by the way.
Oh, we should have like a
Ooh.
special show for that. Just
Called What Movies Are We Watching?
no, no, just call like Lord of the Rings because it's.
Uh,
I mean, it's
you know,
it's 9 hours long.
I still haven't watched it, by the way. I've
Telling
watched
one journey.
bits. I've
Yeah.
watched bits and pieces of like different movies, but I've never actually sat down and watched one whole
It's
movie.
literally like the same, just adventure.
It's a very
One
slowed
adventure.
down
It
experience.
seems like a cheap Walmart version of Harry Potter. That's what it's always seemed like to me. So that's why I
No,
never
it's
got into it.
no, not entirely. I actually I might be one of those that prefers Lord of the Rings over Harry Potter.
Harry Potter. Mm.
Because Harry Potter is more school based, like, and I just think at that time of my life, and even now, I think I've just had enough of school.
Mm.
So I just don't see myself.
I don't want a reminder.
I mean, if you're gonna put magic and whatnot, like at least like remove something like school from the equation.
Where are you gonna learn the magic?
I don't
At
know,
home? Learn at home?
witches and wizard craft tree or something like this. It's not at like a proper
That's literally
not at a
that's literally what
organized
it's
boarding
called.
school.
Hogwarts School of Witchcraft and Wizardry. Wizardry. That's literally what it's
Yeah,
called.
but like at your uncle and aunt's house or something, or like the
Mm.
auntie down the road, or your Zoom auntie or something, like anything, or just be a little bit more innate, or maybe they have to swim in the morning in water, so
Nah.
something along those lines.
Yeah. Um. Have you watched Wizards of Waverly Place? Are you
I
referring to
have.
something like that?
You know what? I wasn't, but yeah, Wizards of Waverly Place was like a hit
It was
thing.
so
Okay,
good.
um, yeah, it was just like a great top show. It was running at the same time as Sweet Life on Deck, and so that was like my
Life
time.
had peaked at that time, you
Yeah,
know?
pretty much. I think that was like the best television we had for like days on end.
Hmm. I completely agree. Um, Going back to this TV show, so basically it's this girl who's writing the code of the cryptocurrency, and it's called GenCoin. And she doesn't have any funding to launch or whatever, you know. And she goes to a bank where the dude on the left, uh, this guy right here,
Yeah,
he's the one of the three people who are listening to her proposal, and basically they reject it at the bank. Okay. Now his dad is a criminal. He gives him
wow.
$2 million or something to get rid of, and he doesn't know what to do with it because he's gonna get caught. So after that meeting, he calls her privately and he's like, "I want to invest in your Gen Coin, whatever." So he joins forces with this woman, and his dad was a criminal. He took this guy's money. He's basically like a Haitian um, gang leader or whatever,
Yeah.
and he has his money. So this guy comes back to him, and he's like, you owe me money, and he's like, I've invested your money. So and then long story short, basically they're all like, okay, we'll work together. Now the Hobbit, he is a police officer, but he is, what do you call, a rogue police officer, crooked.
Crooked, yeah.
Yeah,
So he
so
plays by his own rules, break the rules and like whatnot, and probably just busts people up for no reason or something.
So is it an
um
action show?
he basically wants money. Whoever gives
Oh,
him
right.
money,
So
he'll
he
just,
wants money,
yeah,
going down to okay.
He
yeah.
doesn't look that evil.
I
He
think that's
I
like
doesn't,
the
guess
whole
but
point.
looks can
yeah.
be deceiving, I guess.
Yes.
um Spoiler, should I spoil it? I don't know. I mean, I
I
guess
mean,
I won't
if
name
it's like a
anything.
small one, yeah, sure. But if
Yeah.
it's like a big spoiler, then probably
you,
not.
you know your toilet seat, the water tank behind it, the lid of it,
Yeah.
Yeah.
he murders a woman with that. So
Wow.
yeah, he's
That's
he's
not so
he's
nice
really,
of him.
that's not nice at all.
That's not nice
um
of him.
I mean, you could have just shoved her face in the like waterboarded her or something in the
But you would have
toilet
lived.
water.
I mean, technically it was an accident. He wasn't trying to kill her, he was just trying to hurt her,
He slept.
but she died.
He was putting the
Oh
lid
wow.
back, and he's just slipped and hit her on her head.
No, basically she was
What?
trying to escape, and he didn't want to kill her, right? He just wanted to knock her out so he can, tie her up and would do whatever. But
Yeah.
yeah, she
So
died.
so we know that the woman that writes the code is dead.
No, I never said it's that woman.
So
Um,
it's an action show. It has action.
I mean,
it does have action.
I feel like the woman's like a main character or something. I don't think she'd die so easily.
I'd say all four of
Yeah,
them are main
obviously it
characters.
was a joke, man. It was a joke.
I
Get
mean,
some jokes.
it started off with Omar saying, "Bitcoin woman makes coin." So I just felt like,
Gen Coin, not Bitcoin, Gen Coin.
sorry. Of course,
Mm,
Gen coin.
yeah, so yeah, basically,
So do I rub the coin 3 times and a gen will come ask for my wishes?
That that was actually funny. But no, perhaps not. I guess not this time around. You
Not
do
this time. I
realize,
think you need to rub a lamp for that, not a coin.
I mean, it's called the Jin
or
coins.
perhaps it's the side of your head.
Um, but yeah, so that's what I'm watching. I'm not binge watching it like Omar with Invincible.
You're just
I'm
watching it as it
watching.
goes.
Yeah, I'm watching like 3 or 4 episodes a day. Um, I think
Alright.
there's 10 episodes a season, and there's 3 seasons. It's finished, and I'm on the final season right now. So yeah, it's pretty cool. I There's a lot more to talk about, but it's gonna go into spoilers and whatnot, so I'd rather not say anything.
Yeah.
But yeah,
Let's just like stop it right there.
um,
I'm gonna tell you what I've been watching. Um, Let me just like quickly show you guys. So I've been watching Kim's Convenience. Believe it
Store.
or not, sorry.
Kim's Convenience Store. Oh,
Yeah,
this is
like
the
convenience
prequel.
store. Like, so the title of the show is called Kim's Convenience, but it's literally in a convenience store. Um, it's a comedy show, um, sitcom ish. I don't know if it would like clarify as a sitcom. Let's just check what. Yeah, it is a sitcom. It's hilarious. No laughter tracks or whatnot. Based, it's very. It gives the same vibes as Fresh Off the Boat. Okay, except for it's a little more. How would I say this? It's based in Canada, and it's a little bit more realistic and applicable with the issues that like immigrants may face compared to Western society of standards of like, let's say, parenting, and how the parenting child what's a relationships, and
Yeah.
how those dynamics vary very differently from different cultures and societies. So it's very lovely to watch, and I've been enjoying it very much. I just started watching this today. I was looking for something funny to watch, something comedic, and I saw this on TikTok out of all places, and I decided to give it a go, and totally worth it so far. Even the first episode right off the bat was like hilarious, and so clearly Kim is their dad, and I would say he's the main character, but it's kind of like all about the family, about this South Korean family, how the parents are immigrants, and what's it called? They're raising their children up in Canada. So it's been really really fun right now watching. I would totally recommend this to anyone who's looking for like a comedy show out there, because I feel like we've kind of dried up on that after Brooklyn Nine and The Good Place and whatnot have finished.
Modern
So
Family as well.
Modern
uh,
Family.
yeah, but Modern Family, let's be fair, like towards the end, it was just like getting there.
For me, it was fun throughout
Yeah,
the whole
because you
thing.
binge watched it from season one, not from like I'm talking about like what's like recent, right? So yeah, even Modern Family is just yeah.
Is it one of those shows that has that audience laughing track?
No,
Because
it
that's
does
just
not. It
disgusting.
does not have laughter tracks.
Thank God.
It does not have
Okay.
laughter, what the fun part is, it has regular guest actors, right? Which just make it more fun.
Who are like famous, like who we know.
They're not famous, but like they represent a different dynamic. So it's just not like another Korean guy. There's
Oh,
like there's like okay, there was a Chinese guy, there was like a white guy, there was what's it called, an Indian guy. Just like these guys keep coming and keep talking to Kim, expressing their problems about how they're raising children or whatnot, and it's just hilarious, and it's very fun to watch. It's not
It,
so butterfly and smoothie as well.
yeah, isn't Kim like a woman's name?
In South Korea and like on that part of the world, is
or
considered to
Kim
be
Jong Un.
Ah,
Kim Jong Un,
Kim.
right? Like it's
Yeah.
yeah.
Yeah, makes more
Wait,
sense now.
Abdurrahman, have you seen this show called Citizen Khan?
I have not. I have been meaning
Uh,
to, but I have not. And well, accessibility is a problem. Like Kim's Convenience is on Netflix, by the way, so it's like right there. It's right under our noses, and it's like next time you want to rewatch Friends or Brooklyn Nine or whatnot for the 700th time while eating your food, I was just suggest, instead of doing that, just pick up Kim's Convenience instead.
right.
Yeah, the way you talk about Kim's Convenience, like the problem with immigrants in Western countries and stuff. It reminded me of Rami.
Of Rami.
Yeah, but like it's a lot more relate. Okay, maybe not
I
relatable
mean,
because
this
I'm
is a
not there, but
comedy show
it's
for
because
like family audience
Rami
and
is comedy
whatnot.
as well. But like, okay, this is not family
This is
audience
a
at all.
very like family oriented friendly
Lighthearted,
show. Yeah,
Mm.
it's meant to be for like all audiences and whatnot. I feel like Rami's
no,
perhaps more towards that
very
young
dark,
adult, or actually not even young adult,
corrupted
just
mind,
yeah, full on
corrupted minds.
adult struggles and whatnot. I've been meaning to watch Rami as well. I just haven't gotten around to it. Uh, there's only so much hours in a day, and so many hours in a day, and only so many of them you can spend time watching shows or listening to this podcast. Well,
Rami.
that's all we have for today. And until the next time, we'll let us know what you've been watching, and hope you enjoy. All right, bye.
Goodbye.